Hey everybody, I am Misty Kerrigan and I am here with Kimberly Smith Austin, and we are your dream inspirational business coaches. And we are here to have some candid conversations to get you ready and moving in 2022. Kimberly, how are you doing today?
Super fantastic. Ready to roll, Misty. Let's go. It's 2022 and I am so pumped up. You know, one of the things that we do every year, and I know this may be your first year, I'm not sure, but we get a word of the year, a word of the year. And when I think about the word of the year, you can see behind us there's two words: innovate and execute. But we pick our personal words. Misty, what's your word for this year?
My word for 2022 is accelerate. Accelerate. What is
Wow.
your word?
It's elevate, 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 right? I'm ready to go higher and higher to do bigger, better, badder things than I have ever done before. And I know, Missy, you're accelerates, you're ready to move, right?
Ready to hack and take action without procrastination. Does that sound familiar out there? But get
Uh-huh.
what I want done faster than I even intend to do it.
I love it. I love it. And you know, I think those two words can help anyone, no matter where you are, what season, what phase, what stage in your life. If you elevate and accelerate, or accelerate and elevate, you're going to find real change happening in your life. So it's Misty. We're here today to talk a little bit, a candid conversation about what's going on in our world. And I know we wrote down so many things, but we thought to talk about now is the time. Now is the time. Would you agree, Misty? It's the time.
Now is the time. There's never been a better time than now.
But it's time to do what? We could do a lot of things right now. And one of the things you said was procrastinate. And that's one of the things we don't want you doing. But instead, maybe it's elevating or accelerating. Or one of my other ones I gave one of my clients was endurance. She wants to go the distance, the long haul. No more stopping and starting, but staying the course and going the distance. So as you think about now is the time, maybe put a thought in your head. What is my word for the year? What's going to drive me, motivate me, inspire me, and keep me going to the end? So, but we want to talk about now is the time because we believe we are in a monumental time in history. Right now, we've been the last 2 years dealing with the pandemic and COVID and the reactions and the results of the situation. And right now, things are heightened. They're back up. But let me say this, even though the numbers are back up, that shouldn't stop you from making forward progress. Now is the time to march forward on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, anything that you have in mind. Now is the time. No more waiting to see what the government's going to do. No more waiting to see how the reactions are to various things going around. Move forward, right, Misty?
Mm. Well, we were just having a conversation before we started recording, right? I know this amazing training coming up, and I said, hey, it's live and in person, but I don't know how you're feeling with this new spike. And you said something really profound. You said, I take care of myself. I'm not going to let the things around me dictate how that works. So I'm not going to wait on the sideline anymore because I don't know how long on the sideline is going to last or how long this is going to last. So I'm going to take the precautions I need to get onto the field. And now is the time to really look at where do I want to go in the midst of everything going on, because I still control 99% of the things that I do.
Absolutely. And that's the beautiful thing I find, and this is kind of a mental health or a health psychology type of thing. People who try to control other people, they lose it. They find that they're out of control themselves because they're too busy trying to control the environment around them. But when you focus on you and you only, which is the only person you can control, guess what? You come to a place of peace. Recognizing I can't control if other people wear their masks, if they're sanitizing, if they're doing those things. But guess what? I can take the necessary precautions to ensure that I'm protected. Now, if I see people coming in range outside of my protection bubble, if you will, that I know what I need to do. I don't put my responsibility, what I need to do, on other people. And I tell you, once you learn that magic, your life will transform. No more trying to control others. Control you, what you do, and watch your life transform.
That was good. So we know we're going to take self-control, right? I love that cause is greater than effect, meaning that your results are bigger than your BS. And that made me think of, right? BS doesn't necessarily mean bull crap, or the other word I'm not saying because I'm watching my mouth, but BS meant, you said this the other day,
Yeah, it's
your belief system.
That's right.
Your
What is your belief system?
actions and results have to be bigger, and they are based on your BS, your belief system, the stuff you tell yourself. So when we started and we said, now is the time, did you jump up and say, yes, coach, I got it. Now is the time. Put me in. Let's go, and start running? Or did your mind automatically give you 5, 10, 20 reasons on why this is the craziest time to start and why you shouldn't start? Because that's an assessment right there. What was your first reaction to? Now, today is the time to start.
Right. Well, mine was let's go. And if you know anything about me, it's always let's go. Where can we go from here? But, as we get into this topic about now is the time, I want to really hone in on 3 areas. When I look at what's going on in the world, there's 3 areas that are of great concern during this time, but also not only this time, but lifetime. Your health, your wealth, and your relationships. Those are probably the 3 most popular things that are Googled. Those are the 3 most popular goals that people set every single year. And today we're going to talk a little bit about your health, your wealth, and your relationships. Now is the time to jump on the bandwagon and get those things in order. And I'll start with health. Health. COVID. Whether you believe it's true or not, I am here to tell you that a person that is healthier have a greater chance of overcoming not only COVID, but any other thing that may counter their way. Now, health is the physical health, but I want you to think about the mental health. And I'll give you a really quick story about how people with chronic diseases like cancer, different kind of major diseases, when they have a different mindset, a healthy mindset, healthy belief system that I can overcome, that I am going to fight to the very end, guess what? They do just that. So when we talk about health, friends, now is the time for you to get on top of your health. And I know that so many people were locked down during COVID, but that was the time when you should have been inside doing jumping jacks, push-ups, trying to figure out, how do I stay healthy? And if you didn't, no big deal, because now is the time. That time has passed. We are in the present. How do you take advantage of where you are today so that you can make those strides moving forward? I know so many people have contracted the COVID virus and so many other things, and they're just trying to find their way back. But if you make your health a priority, you take the time to do some research, do some investing, not only investing time, but sometimes it requires that you invest some money so that you can get on top of your health to help you have that longevity that your heart and mind desires. Now is the time, friends. Now is the time. Now, Misty, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Ken, we are all about where do you start? I mean, clearly action, right? Is if now I know it's concerning. I've been pushing it off. It's 2022. I already broke my 8 resolutions I made about getting healthy. Where do I start? Because sometimes what people do is they're like, I'm going to work out every day. And they work out one day and then they never work out again. So sometimes our brains go, I'm going to go real big. But it's not about going big a few times a month. It's about consistency daily, and then building up after you've celebrated a few successes. So instead of overwhelming yourself with your brand new diet and you're working out every day and you're drinking the 20 cups of water that you need, it really is about where can you simply start or add to what you're already doing. And I want to give you some things that have been working for me from Coach Kimberly over here. And that was when I wake up, I hydrate before I caffeinate. I was very much coffee in the morning right when I wake up. And to be honest, I'm 95%. There's some days I'm like, I don't care, I'm drinking my cup of coffee right now. But I don't do it consecutively. And it happens maybe every couple months. But every morning when I wake up, my first thought after I pray is, and pee, I gotta get my water. So I made it fun. I love lemon, little salt, and I chug 1 cup. Now I'm up to 2, but just something as simple as every morning I wake up, I drink and I hydrate. Now, Kimberly, you have some great tips on if I'm a little worried about getting to the gym because I want to start movement. And you were telling me earlier, say one of your quotes, and one of the quotes that always resonates with me that you use is movement is the antidote to depression. Movement is the antidote to procrastination. Movement is the antidote to fill in the blank. Get up and move. How do you utilize that during your day?
It's my everything. In fact, I tease people because I've been called the master of movement because I integrate it in everything that I do. This morning on my 6 a.m. class, I was just telling them when I get up in the morning, I'm dragging, yes. But here's what I do. I squat and brush. I brush my teeth and squat at the same time. I spend 2 minutes that it takes me to brush my teeth, and I'm squatting in the process. Even though I'm cleaning, doing my personal hygiene, guess what? It energizes me and it wakes me up. So that's the perfect storm to combine. It's about habit stacking. How do you stack those habits? You know you're going to brush your teeth every day. How do you throw a habit on top of that to help you really go to that next level? And that's when I added brushing my teeth and squatting. They became one. And I can't do one without the other. Sometimes those late nights after I've been out late and I come home to brush, and I'm like, I don't want to squat. And I'm sitting at the sink thinking, no. And my body is like, hup, 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 because it doesn't know anything else but to squat and brush together.
So if you're doing it twice a day for that amount of time, you've added a minimum of 1,460 minutes of movement in a year. And that's where you'll see the impact. So from us gear coaches to you, just start small, add a little bit of things, and then you're going to build your momentum. So when it also comes to health, what can we do physically is great, but unless you're in line emotionally and mentally, they kind of go hand in hand, right? And you said it, if you get into movement, you're going to start to feel a little better. It's hard to be really sad if you're out for a walk or running in nature.
That's right. And I don't know if you remember last year or 2020, the year has passed so fast. In COVID, I would tell people, challenge people, give yourself 15 minutes. If within 15 minutes of movement, you don't feel a change in your state, stop. But here's the truth. Most people, it kicks in 5, 7, 10 minutes, and you're like, okay, let's go. I'm ready to go. And that's exactly what you want to do. Give yourself a little timeline. And if you don't feel it, go back home, sit on the couch and eat the bonbons. But if you know that your body has kicked in, keep going. I guarantee you it's going to be worth every single penny, every single moment that you spend.
I love that. And while you're doing that, pretend you're talking to your best friend who you really love in your head and not to how most people talk to themselves. I'm fat, I'm so stupid, this is dumb, this isn't gonna work anyway. Instead of that, change the channel to, hey, you got up and you moved for 10 minutes. You're doing amazing. Great job. How would you talk to your children if they were starting a new goal or if they were starting a new commitment? You wouldn't talk to them the normally 99% of the way people talk to themselves. So start in your self-talk as you're adding some of these habits. I'm doing great because I decided to jump up and move today. High five. Self-high five.
Right. Boom. That's it. And you know what? That's where your superpower comes in. So even though we said we're going to come to you today with 3 topics, health, wealth, and relationships, we're going to break it down into 3 separate videos. Today was about health. The next video is going to be about wealth. And that last one, friends, is going to be about relationships. But we want to encourage you and remind you that now is the time. Now is the time to get healthy, to get wealthy, and to build love in your relationships. We're so excited we had this time with you here today, and we want to tell you there's something out there waiting for you.
Now go get it.